So you see, one of the laws that they made sure they went hard in on was legislation against racial discrimination. You see, here we're very soft. I don't think we went in here. I don't think we really, I mean, if I recall very well, Kuri, to make racism an illegal thing, punishable by something, it was a bill or an act or a policy that it came into law recently. It's not far away. This thing should have from day one. Should have been like, listen, if you're found guilty, that's why you find like that racist from DA, what's his name, that host kid. He can boldly go out and say things like that, and the DA still hires them. You know, that's why you can find people from, what's that other one? Where they will go out in the world and say, what's this one? Say, we're killing white genocide, Africa. There's white genocide in South Africa. They will go to court and fight the EFF, what's this? We should ban struggle songs. The same breath, they will say we should bring back the apartheid flag. I think we're too soft. I think we're too soft from day one. Like, yeah, you see, in Germany, they made sure anything that has to do with Hitler, Asher became illegal. You are in trouble for that. We didn't do it here. We really didn't do it. That's why you find even to today, these guys, it's worse now for some reason. They are very emboldened by their racism. And to a point where they even convince some black people to say, no, you black racist, and you find black people telling other black people that they're racist. Our guys, that's not possible. You know what I'm saying? So it's because there was not even proper racial education. Yes, my love. Come on. You know, there was not proper racial education that took place. What is racism? Because a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't understand what racism is. They don't, to be honest. That's why they can easily be manipulated and be made to think to run with this white far right people where they want to push racism on us to say we are racist. No, it's not possible. So by introducing that legislation, they made sure the laws help maintain social stability, deter actions that could lead to racial, ethnic conflict. Besides all the other stuff that they've implemented, which will force, if you're staying together, if we're in school together, equal education, they will force us to be in the same space, to see each other differently, to make sure that we are properly introduced to with our different backgrounds, and see each other as like those two kids. Those two kids for now, they see themselves as kids. But as they grow up, those rugby kids, who are singing happy together, singing, now they sing they are happy. As they grow up, circumstances that were not created by them, by us as adults, we didn't try to change it. It's going to put them in a position where they actually see what is what. Two things will happen. The kid will either be radicalized, the African kid will either be radicalized, or the kid will be in a position where he defends his white friends, like we've got many clever blacks that we're having now. Those are the two things that are going to happen. National service. I like this one. National service, they created a program in Singapore where they made sure we take a certain cause. Like, see, here in SA, I believe, I believe there should have been a program where we do a reverse apartheid type of program. Because that evil spawn of Satan, Firvoet and his people, created, see, they were psychologists, those people, PhDs, they studied human behavior. You know what I'm saying? So they created a system that they knew that it would manipulate. If you read how Bantu education was done, if you read how All those things were done. You could see that there were very intentional pieces that were put together for a certain consequence or certain results or certain outcome. You know what I'm saying? We did not do the reverse of that. We did not sit down and reverse engineer what was engineered, because we cannot hope it will disappear without it being intentional. So the National Service policy, here's what it does. Compulsory national service for male citizens was introduced to promote unity and shared sense of national identity. Now that's why you've got these patriots, you've got Dudulas, you've got DNA, what. Those ones that they had Malay, Chinese, Indians, all the other stuff. But because of such programs, they saw themselves as citizens. You know, they saw themselves as building a nation. You know, it continued to say a national identity among different racial and ethnic groups. The shared experience and serving to the country together helped to break down barriers and building camaraderie across racial lines. Here, we still have a lot of it. We still have a problem with that. There's distrust between whites and blacks, Africans and Europeans. I'm saying that very intentionally, by the way. There's distrust, a lot of distrust. Rightfully so. Indians and blacks and Indians, colors and whatnot, it's a mess. So if we're going to sit here and think we're not going to create a program to battle these things out of our kids, it's not going to happen. You know, you see, even their education system, how they designed their education system, it was here. You hear whenever we want to teach about apartheid, about the past, you talk about you hear, no, you're going to offend white kids. Offend white kids for what? Offend them how? But yet you still have white kids in Pretoria Girls High who tell, who say to black kids, African kids, no, apartheid was long ago. You see, those are the things that have been told by their parents, because I hear that from my age group, meaning they're telling their kids the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So their education system was very designed in such a way, it makes sure, we are accommodating each other and teaching each other about ourselves. Who are we? Where are we? It says the education system was designed to promote social cohesion. Schools in Singapore are secular and emphasize national value, racial harmony, and respect for different cultures. You see, history and social studies, we don't do history here. Our history is a lie. It doesn't talk about the real thing that has happened. You know, so if we're not going to fix those things, we're going to find ourselves in a position where we're going to continually have this inequality that's going to grow and have the few owning a lot think that they're entitled to it. The last one, which is national identity and shared value. It's September now. You've got these ones we're going to call Heritage Day, Bride Day. Others are going to call it Heritage Day. You see already we have a problem. We have a problem based on that only. Bride Day and Heritage Day, what is that? There is no such thing called Bride Day. It should be Heritage Day, and we should have sat down and created something, because we're from a past of a problem. We're from a country where it was segregation. We should have sat and created, even with this GNU, I have a problem with it. Here's why I have a problem with it. They did not create, they didn't say, guys, here is what we are doing together as a unit. It's like everyone is doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? There's no agenda of item that this what must tick in the next 5 years. In China, even if someone takes over, they tick agendas from the last whatever. That's why there's continuity. So their national identity says this. In Singapore's government actively promoted a national identity that transcends ethnic and cultural differences. This involved fostering shared values such as resilience, inclusivity, and strong work ethic. They created these things to make so that it feels like a nation. National events such as National Day, Bride Day, Heritage Day. You see what we're doing here? Parades and campaigns promoting racial harmony. We've got racial issue here in SA. That video of that child and that kid, that European and African kid, and sports events are not gonna solve our problems. We're not gonna quote those moments and say, oh, we beat all blacks, therefore things are not doing well. Oh, we're cleaning the CBD now area because they say, no. We need to do what Singapore did if we're really serious about changing these things for our children. If not, we're going to have this in the next 100 years. Thank you.